out of the channels of Amsterdam. You can now get back under sail. Just how shallow it is in these parts. Very rarely had more than a metre under us. So a lot of these Dutch traditional sailing boats. So we're coming out of the channel here, line of buoys. You can see all the shallow water just over there where the other braking horses are. It's not low tide, so it's all breaking over there. Yeah, so I'm very glad to be out of that channel there. It's the engine pushing against the sharp waves because the current was going out, the wind was going in. We've now got our sails out, getting some more of a beam reach, and then just on the sail for the next 20 hours or so. Get right to the outside of the Frisian Islands, get to the German section of them. We need to get ourselves a German flag ready to go up. And all going well, we'll be going in tomorrow morning to get the island, but I'll go and have a look. So, a lot of fishing boats the way out as well. Just gladden out the sound of the engines off. I got my spinnaker ready to go up because it looks like it was going to be a bit of a calm wind and we might need a bit of an extra power to pull through against the currents, but at the moment we seem to be doing okay. We'll see how we go on. This is quite comfortable now. At least I think so. Trisha disappeared being sick an hour ago. I'll just go down and see how she's doing. The wind had died away on us, so I put our spinnaker up. Which got us from 3.5 knots back up to 7. So if you haven't read The Riddle of the Sands, you'll be joining me there because I haven't read it either. Trish has been through it, given me a brief synopsis. It all takes place in this area that I'm in now, which is the sort of tidal basin between German mainland and the Frisian Islands. This area dries out completely at low tide. The deep water channels through these sands at high tide that are deep enough to be able to get warships in and out. The issue being that these sands move all the time, tides are extremely complex because, unlike in Britain where you get a high tide, then a low tide, then a high tide, then a low tide, and they're all about 6 hours apart. One high tide is roughly the same height as the previous one. In this area, the high tides and low tides are... Second high tide is a completely different height sometimes than the first one. It doesn't always come 6 hours after. Sometimes it's like 3 hours between them. So you get some really weird tidal curves that you need to be working with. You need to be able to figure out where the channel is and when you're going to have enough water to be able to get across it. The charts are already out of date by the time they're even printed. You need to be relying on the fact that locals here will mark the channel with the buoys, and they move the buoys after every time there's been any wind which will shift all of the channels. They'll go out and move all the buoys. In some parts at low tide they even run along, mark the sides of the channel with these branch things that they stick in them with flags on the top. Then when the water comes in, you know then that you can, where the channel is that you can sail through. I think, is that one a hare? Hmm? Is that a hare rather than a rabbit? Yeah. What station?
Come around the middle.
Okay, maybe there's a show coming on or something. Yep.
It's called Conversation House or something.
Ah, that's made out of old cornerstones.
What stones?
Cornerstones, you know, cornerstones are buildings. Like stuck cart things. And
Seagulls are all. I've never seen a statue of seagulls.
no. So it's now out from Normandy, continuing along Frisian lands up to the entrance to the River Elbe. So we're under sail again. The waves were a little bit turbulent in the exit out. Now we're out, it's slid down a bit. Staying strapped on here just in case the road wave comes. Generally we're okay, we're a bit bigger than what we're normally used to. Probably higher than the boat, but it's okay, we're bobbing about on top of them. We've got under sail 6.5 knots, but we're against the tide right now, so we're only making about 4.5 knots. So right now it's telling me that I'm going to hit the River Elbe too late and the currents will be going out, which I'm expecting really, because right now the tide's against us. When the tide turns out in our favour in about 3 hours, we'll then see what the predictions are. If we can get in on the last of the flood tide, we'll go for Cuxhaven, the top of the River Elbe. If we can't, we're going to turn north and head for Helgoland, which is a little German island. It's been owned by just about everybody, I think. The British even had it for a while. And Helgoland's somewhere that we can get in at all states of tide. Hopefully we'll make Cuxhaven tonight. It was me thinking that the English Channel was a motorway. Look at this. I've got to cross that tomorrow. It's fucking enormous, isn't it? So the anchors coming out the front as well. Yeah. I think it's the whole position. So we're at Cuxhaven Marina.